Hey everyone, it's Miss Brown here again. So I'm Miss Brown, I'm Vice Principal at McClurg School in Regina. I am creating videos for my students or for staff or for anyone they might want to share it with. And today I'm going to be creating a restorative yoga video. So my students at school actually call this sleepy time yoga. So restorative is the idea that it just gives your body and your mind some time just to let go, to release. So for this practice, I have got a couple things out. I'm just going to show you. I've got a couple small blankets. You could have a big beach towel, a bath towel. Those would work out well for you. I suggest two because you might want, if you're using one under you, you might want one on top of you to keep you nice and cozy and warm. If you've done my practice, you might know what you want, but two would be nice. You also, because it is nap time, relaxing yoga, you may want a pillow with you. So it's up to you, but be prepared to get nice and comfortable. So what I'll invite you to do now is to get to your mat. If you don't have a mat, no worry, you could be on your bedroom floor. Also, let your family know that you're practicing yoga right now, that you'd like a little bit of quiet time, probably about half an hour, that you're just going to take care of yourself right now, which is really important because this is such a different place in our life, nowhere we'd ever expect to be. So take a little bit of time for yourself. I think that's awesome that you're doing this, and get ready for some restorative yoga. So start by laying back on the floor on your yoga mat. You could have a beach towel out somewhere where it's your place to go. Sit back, relax. You might want a blanket under your head. You may want your pillow under your head. And then if you've got another blanket, pull that up over you. Get nice and cozy. Sit back, lay back, and relax. So everyone, in our Shavasana right now, I'm going to invite you to do any last minute little movements you need to do to get comfortable. So that means if you need to rearrange your clothes because some clothes don't feel really great, you need to just wiggle around to make sure your blanket's up where you want it to be, then you do all those things. Get yourself comfortable. And remember, if you needed to stop and start the video to get your supplies, no big deal. This video is for you. Okay, everybody, so start doing what you need to do to relax. I'll ask that you close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. And take a big inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Let's do 3 more of those. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. So every time you exhale through your mouth, that's just a little cue, letting your body know it can relax, it can take it easy. You're just going to get into this nice, beautiful zone of taking care of yourself. Okay, let your body get heavy on your mat. Let your head become heavy wherever it is touching floor, the mat, the carpet, a blanket. Let your head get heavy, let your face relax, your jaw become relaxed, your eyebrows, your eyes, everywhere in your face, just let them relax. Release any tension in your neck, let your shoulders become heavy on the mat. Wherever your back's touching, let it become heavy, your hips, your arms, your legs, your feet. And just let everything melt into the mat. So we're going to do some breath work right now. What I'm going to invite you to do is we're going to inhale and exhale, and we're going to balance the breath. So I'm going to invite you to inhale for the count of 2, then exhale for the count of 2, and I'll help you out with that. So inhale 2, exhale 2. Inhale 2, exhale 2. Inhale 2, just return to your normal breath, wherever that is, inhaling and exhaling. And now I'm going to ask you to go to the count of 3, and I'll count you in there. So inhale, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3. 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 Then return to your normal breath, taking your time. Remember, again, it's your practice. So wherever you're at, that's your breath. Letting your body become heavy. And just taking a little bit of time, just quiet for you. Taking it easy. And I'm going to ask you to hug your knees to your chest. So if you've been before with me, you know that you're going to bring your knees to your chest. Hug them 1 minute, bringing them nice and tight to your chest. Then I'll ask you, you can roll back and forth if you want. That's your choice. If that feels nice on your back, you go for it. A little massage into your hips and your back. And then from there, I'm going to ask you to roll to one side, just as if you were sleeping nice and comfy. Let's do 2 breaths on your side. And then taking your top hand, push yourself up to a seated position. Okay, everyone, we're going to return to our back, but before we get there, I want to show you what I'd like you to do. So I've got one of my blankets out here, and it's not a super big blanket, so kind of think maybe beach towel-y size, but I'm going to take it about this size. Then I'm putting it here, and I'm going to roll it. So I'm rolling it pretty tight. So if you look, that's about how thick it is. You might need to adjust it once we go into this pose because you might not like it as thick, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So I'm putting it down on my mat, so wherever you put it, floor or mat. I'm going to take my other blanket under my head. You might use your pillow. Then the line up here is a little bit where I would like you to get. I want you to feel back here where the bottom of your kind of ribs are, and then a little bit, see if you can find out where your shoulder blades. So they're right in this area. Then I'm going to line up so that my shoulder blades, the bottom of my shoulder blades are where this blanket is. So yeah, I'm a little bit popped up. I'm going to adjust it. I want them a little bit down. So a little here. And what I want is my shoulders are on my mat and my hips are on the mat. So yeah, it's opening right up here into my rib cage. So note, if it doesn't feel good, unroll your blanket a little bit until it feels nice. I can put my hands straight up beside me. They can be up in this cactus, or I might have them on my chest or belly. I think I'm going to leave mine here. I do have my other blanket under my head, and right now I've got my knees bent. So inhale and exhale as we let that rolled blanket there just open our chest a bit. You've been sitting around a lot. This is going to feel really nice. Might feel awkward at first, but it will feel good. So let your body sink into this. And let your back get used to having this here. This isn't something that we would do very often. So let your back get used to this. Now, if this is feeling okay, I'm going to invite you to stretch out one leg, And then stretch out the other leg. If you get your legs down, you go, "Meh, I don't like it," bend your knees again. But this gives us just a nice little stretch in that front area, those hip flexor areas that are up by our hip bones. So nice little bit of an opening there. So keep really nice and even breathing. And hopefully your body is relaxing, but remember, if it doesn't feel great, unroll the blanket a bit so you're not so high up. And at any time you can turn your knees so they're bent and that your feet are on the floor. Now let us lay here a little bit longer. Remember, we are in our restorative yoga, so we're holding our poses a little bit longer than we would normally. So no rush to move. And just check into how your head is. We don't want our head poking up to right to the ceiling, so I don't want my nose pushing up. I don't want my chin and my neck all open. I want my chin tucked a little bit, kind of going towards my chest. I want some opening in the back of my neck. I don't want it all squished in. I want it open because I know we're spending so much time on our devices. We're leaning forward a lot. As we inhale and exhale, see if your body just gets a little heavier there, that you might have a little bit more opening. Let's do 8 more inhales and exhales. Trying to breathe loud so you can hear me. Three more. Okay, everyone, on your next inhale, bend your knees if they aren't bent. Put your feet flat on the floor. Then bring your hands up near where that rolled towel or rolled blanket is. Push your hips up and then take that towel out from underneath you. Drop your hips down again. Then lay straight out on the mat and just notice how your back feels right now, how your chest is. Then slowly roll your head to one side and then the other. So roll your head back and forth really gently. Then bring your head back to center. Bring your knees into your chest again. Little bit of roll. Then let your knees fall to one side. Take your top hand. Push yourself up to a seated position. So from here, we are going to go into a half frog. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, but it is a position. I'm going to take the blanket that was rolled, and now I'm going to fold it in half, okay? So I'm going to get it on one side of my mat, and this time we're going to lay face first on the mat. I'm going to leave my blanket here, my pillow, whatever you have, just in case you might want it there. Once you get down, you'll see if you like it or not, okay? And then from here, I'm going to go down on my mat, and I'm going to bring my leg up to the side, and that's where this blanket comes in. So I'm bringing my leg up to the side, and I can have my knee quite bent, or I can have it a little bit open. Your knee might be here depending on how open you are in the hips, or it might be up a little bit. I've got my other leg straight behind me. Now my head can be straight down on the mat, or I could have it turned one way or the other. You decide what feels comfortable for you. And then let your body become heavy. We want our bodies fairly flat on the mat, but we're getting some gentle opening into our hips. And relax, close your eyes if you want. That's the nice thing in restorative yoga. You can always have your eyes closed. And enjoy. Shift your leg if you need to shift it if it doesn't feel comfortable. But relax and enjoy. I love this pose. And let's take 8 more breaths here. So 3 more. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to take that leg straight behind me. I'm going to switch. You stay down. You don't need to get out. Up. Then I'm going to take the blanket on the other side. So now I'm doing the opposite leg. I'm on my belly one more time. I'm going to bring my leg up beside me. My knees bent. You can have it quite bent or a little bit open, your choice. And wherever your knee is, it might just be a little out beside you. It might be quite far up. And see how flat your body can get to the mat. Your head can be down again. Or you decide which side you might want to have your head on. And again, get comfortable. Your other leg is straight out back, one leg bent. Let your body get heavy again. And get a little opening into your hip. And let it release and open. You might feel that this side is a bit different than the other. We're certainly not the same on either side. This is actually my tighter hip. But it feels nice to have this gentle release. Let's do 8 more breaths, big inhales and exhales. Three more. And then slowly bring that leg straight behind you. So now both your legs are behind you. I'm removing the towel or blanket under my head. I'm putting both my hands down. So I've got my hands on top of each other. Then I'm going to drop my head down. And I'm going to take a minute here, lying straight down on my body, my arms in front of me, my hands on top of each other, and my forehead on my hands. So let your body feel nice and heavy. Let's do 3 more breaths. And I'll ask you to bring your hands on the mat by your shoulders and push yourself up into a seated position. Okay, from here everyone, we're going to go into a pose I know quite a few of you like. It's legs up the wall. So you've got a few options here. I'm going to fix my hair here, so no judgment. If you have a wall nearby, that's going to be fantastic. If you don't have a wall, use what you've got near you. So I have a chair right by, so I could use the chair. I have a footstool on the other side of the room. You might have your bed. So if you're laying by your bed, you can always get your feet up on your bed. So I'll show you wall first, and then I'm going to show you the chair so that you've got a couple other options. So if I can have the pillow here for under my hips if I want, or I could fold my towel and have my towel under my hips, kind of your choice. I'm going to have my pillow, and then I'm going to save my blanket for my head. So to get yourself up, we know this is always a little bit awkward. I'm going to sit right beside the wall. I've got my pillow, or if it's your blanket, right behind you. Then I'm going to lean down, and I'm going to bring my legs up. Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Now I'm really, really close to the wall, so I don't have a lot of space. If your back of your legs, your hamstrings are too tight, bring yourself back and give yourself more room, which was perfect because that's where my other blanket happened to be. So now I've got this really nice position. My legs are up the wall. So if you're going for a wall, get yourself organized. Get your legs up. This is an amazing restorative pose for your legs. So get in there, and then I'm going to show you how to do the chair if that's what you've got. So here's the chair. I'd like to put a blanket on there just in case it's a little bit, hard on my legs. I've got my pillow. I'm still going to have that under my head. And then from there, same idea, everybody. I'm going to bring my legs up here. So your legs could be up on a chair, they could be up on a couch, they could be up on your bed, and then I'm just going to rearrange that. So whether your legs are up the wall or they're up on some of your furniture, I'm still getting nice and comfortable. My hands could be on my belly, they can be off beside me, wherever feels good for you. If you've got something under your head, make sure it's comfortable, and then the same thing is adjust it so your chin is pointing down and not pointing up. We don't want this big open piece, okay? So stay in that position, get comfortable, everybody. Great, great, great pose for your legs. If you are like me with your legs up on chair, your bed, or other piece of furniture, you can always tuck something too under your hips if that feels good. So you might have a pillow or another blanket. So remember, in restorative, the biggest thing is to be comfortable. Letting your head get heavy and your shoulders. And then your arms release, your legs. Let your hips be heavy on the floor, or pillow, or whatever they're touching, let them be heavy. Let your toes relax. Don't need to hold any tension in your toes. Check that your shoulders are relaxed. We don't want our shoulders kind of coming tensely up near our ears. So let your shoulders drop down too. Let them relax. Remember, at any time if your legs are up the wall and you get tired, you can always bring them down a bit. But great restorative practice for your legs. So if you're just tired from sitting, or you've been trying to get some workouts in at home, your legs are tired, this will be really great for you. Or even if you're having trouble relaxing and you just need to kind of calm down and take it easy, this is a really nice way to let your body calm and relax. So you can do this anytime during the day, night, if you just need to let your body and your mind calm down. You can always add that little gentle movement to your head if you want, letting it go back and forth. Just really gentle, not trying to do anything big here. But if you don't want to move it, you don't move it, okay? So I'm going to sit up, but I'm going to invite you to stay in this pose a little bit longer. So just stay there, feel relaxed, take it easy. So if you are there, I'm going to invite you, if your eyes are shut, to open your eyes now. Now getting out of this posture, whether you're at the floor or you're on a chair, is going to require that you do a little movement and maybe can be a little awkward to roll and get out of this pose, but kind of do that, push yourself away from the wall if you're too close, and just sort of tuck and roll onto the side. Take a few breaths on the side. And slowly push yourself up to seated. All right, everybody. So from here, we're going to sit for just a minute before we get into Shavasana at the very end. I like to sit on my towel. I could be sitting on my pillow. I could be sitting on anything. I just happen to like my hips up a little bit higher. So we're going to sit for just a brief time. And we're going to just do a little twist here just to relax and get a little opening into our mid-body. So I'm sitting nice and tall. So remember, we think about inhaling, lengthening, and sitting tall in our body. Then we are going to move to one side. So I'm going to take this hand, move it onto that knee, take the other hand behind me, and I'm twisting over. As I'm inhaling, my body is getting nice and length. And as I exhale, I'm twisting by thinking about turning right for my belly button, but my body is nice straight. So I'll do it here so you can see. So as I'm going, I'm still upright. I'm not hunching down, I'm not leaning back. I am trying to keep a really nice posture, and that's always my goal, nice posture. Nice alignment. Let's do 8 more breaths on this side. Two more. Next exhale, release. Just roll your shoulders a little bit. I'll come down to face forward again. So now we're going to go to the opposite side. So my hand is coming across just above my knee on my thigh. My other hand is coming behind me. And then I'm twisting. So I'm inhaling, my body's lengthening. As I exhale, I'm twisting a little bit more, trying to go for my belly button. And let it go this way so you can still see that my body is still nice and upright. I'm not rolling in or rolling to that side. So I'm twisting, but I have a nice upright body, okay? Let's do 8 breaths here. 3 more. Now your next exhale, releasing. Okay, so we're just about at the end of our practice, friends. So I'm going to invite everybody to get down on the mat again. You can have that pillow under your head if you'd like, or a folded up towel or blanket. And if you've got another blanket, bring it up over your body, make yourself really cozy and really nice and warm, because we're going to lay down on the mat. And usually when that happens, when we slow down, our body gets a little bit cooler. So everyone, I'm going to ask you to get relaxed. Close your eyes if you'd like. Get comfortable. Then again, let your head get heavy. Your face relaxes, your eyebrows, your eyes, your jaw. Let there be space between your teeth and let your tongue relax. Let your shoulders become heavy on the mat and your arms. Let your hips become heavy and the backs of your legs wherever they're touching. And let your feet and your hands relax. Notice your breath, but without judgment. Notice how it feels today. And check in with how you're feeling. Now after you've done this practice, do you feel a little bit calmer? A little bit of release? Remember, this video will be there whenever you might need to do this practice and have a little bit of a calming time in your day. So it's always there for you. So it's just noticing how you're feeling right now. If you're holding any tension, you're feeling any anxiety, see if you can breathe it out just for now, just for a little time. Maybe you're noticing sounds around you. Today as I'm doing this, it's really windy, so I'm hearing the wind outside. I hear some traffic. My house is quiet, there's no one home but me. But your home may be a little bit different. Might be other siblings, or might be parents. Just maybe other people in your building. Maybe there's noise from music or TV. See if you can just notice it and then see if you can let it go. So it's there, you know it, but you don't need to pay too much attention. And I invite you to take the next minute to just calm and relax. Feel your body sinking into the mat and melting into the mat. Getting heavier and getting heavier. With every exhale, your body just feels a little bit heavier on the mat. I'm going to ask you to deepen your breath and add a little gentle movement to your fingers or your toes. If you need to stretch, you can stretch your legs and stretch your arms. And then slowly bend your knees and hug your knees into your chest. Then roll to one side. I'm taking a couple breaths here. And then slowly use that top hand to push you up to a seated position. So remember, it's whatever kind of seated position you like. It can be on your knees. It could be cross-legged. I'm sitting in a little bit of a different place right now, but it feels comfortable for me. So wherever your comfort is. And as we end every practice, we bring our hands to heart and namaskar. And as always, I just thank you so much for allowing me to guide your practice today. Thank you for showing up for practice. And as we end with namaste, which means the light in me sees and recognizes the light in you, I'll say thank you so much again. Have a wonderful day. Hope to see you soon. Namaste. Okay, everyone, have a great day. I'm going to go shut the video off and then I'll work at getting this posted to our site. All the best.